Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York City, the Michelle Birdsong. This is part 6 of the politically incorrect Edwin Birdsong Obituary. This is Edwin's dear friend Stevie Wonder, who was Judas, who was the snake in the garden, who was Hitler. That's Hitler. That's Nero, he was Nero. And this is Judas kissing Jesus Christ, a kiss of death. And this is Robin Birdsong, Stevie Wonder's daughter, with Michelle Birdsong, immaculately conceived, meaning he did not insert his penis in her vagina. They made the baby by seeing thoughts. The thoughts joined and became physical. And it happened in seconds because she only contemplated what it was like to have sex with Stevie Wonder because her husband was having sex with Stevie Wonder, and she's an empath and picked up on it unconsciously. And Stevie Wonder, having been the snake who was in love with her when she was Eve, and Stevie Wonder, who was Judas and was in love with her when she was Mary Magdalene, was wondering what it was like to have sex with her. So the two of them, their wonderings turned into flesh and bones. The Word made flesh. And that's Robin Birdsong. And here she has a VIP pass to see Stevie Wonder at the Hyde Park Summer Festival, where he appeared in the United Kingdom. And she is indeed a VIP, a very important person, because she's his firstborn girl child. And she's the second-born girl child to creation. Her sister, she was Azure. Her sister Melanie, who was Awan, was the firstborn child of creation. Okay, but what I wanted to talk about was Einstein, who was the Michelle Birdsong projection. He said he wanted to understand the mind of God because he wanted to feel what God feels. He didn't know the sun was God, although Galileo told them the sun was a star, and the star is God, is he not? And now Einstein, the Michelle Birdsong, knows what the sun feels because he is her father, and she has made acquaintance with him, or reacquaintance with him, I should say, because he created her in heaven when she was Archangel Michael. He turned her into Archangel Michelle with a womb in her body and with a teats and with a clitoris for pleasure. It's the only organ in the body purpose is just for pleasure. That's how important pleasure is. It has its own separate organ. Sexual pleasure is. And so Einstein can know what God feels because Einstein, as the Michelle Birdsong, loves God and has felt what God feels, and it's arousal. God is at all times aroused. You know how you feel when you're aroused. That's how he feels all the time. And that's why he can be content to sit and watch his creation, Archangel Michelle, Venus, the evening star. He told her, "You are my star." And she thought that was so weird because he's her star. So they're each other's star. And he watches her at all times. And she knows he's watching her. And when she thinks about the fact that he's watching her, she gets aroused. And she doesn't mind the lack of privacy because she loves him and to know that he cares so much that he watches her all the time as a turn-on to her. Okay, so is there anything else I need to say? So we're just waiting for Singing Robin. Let's sing and Robin, Edwin Birdsong and Michelle Birdsong's children. Actually, Robin is Stevie Wonder's, that's right, but she was raised as Edwin Birdsong's daughter. So she is Sing's sister, and she's Melanie's sister. And so just waiting to see if they're going to write the musical with the Michelle Birdsong, and which will free up Edwin, because then Michelle Birdsong will be getting what she's due, success, because her success was taken from her by Edwin, by him keeping quiet about her contribution to his career, and by Stevie Wonder's ignorance. He didn't know her contribution to his career, because when at 9 years old he wanted to know what she felt like to be sighted, and she wanted to know what a blind person felt like to be blind. So their two desires matched and created a space for him to be sighted with her energy and for her to be blinded with his energy. So he took her energy as a star, as a sun star, and became a star. He's a Taurus ruled by Venus. You see, and he is ruled by Venus because he has her energy. And he doesn't know that. So he has all his $100 million, having no clue that he owes it all to Venus. Archangel Michelle, the Michelle Birdsong, mild red birdsong, mild red songbird. Okay, what else? Is there anything else I need to tell you? There's just so much. I know so much, but I've told you a lot. This is a sex song. Let me read a little bit from Edwin's biography. It says, among the many musical highlights in Edwin Birdsong's illustrious career was playing with Miles Davis of Gemini and the Count Basie Orchestra. Count Basie was a Leo, at Radio City Music Hall. But it would be in 2008 when his greatest triumph would come. Nominated for 4 Grammys, 2 Grammy Awards, in recognition of his participation would be his for his part in the Kanye West song Stronger on the Graduation album. The French techno duo Daft Punk had sampled Edwin's song Colorado Baby for their platinum-selling song Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Inspired, Kanye West would then go on to sample that song for Stronger. All were triumphant when the Grammy for Song of the Year and Best Rap Album were awarded to Stronger. So that's how Edwin got his 2 Grammys. Today's superstars know Edwin's secret, funk and soul with an irresistible beat. He told me, keep your beat current. A musician, writer, producer, and performer, he performed with many of the musical greats such as Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, and Stevie Wonder. Remind me to tell you a story about Herbie Hancock. That is why Snoop Dogg, Daft Punk, and Kanye West, to name a few, have all sampled his music on some of their most popular hits. If you ever enjoyed A Tribe Called Quest, Bonita Applebum, X-Clan's Funkin' Lesson, or De La Soul's Me, Myself, and I, then you have really been grooving to Edwin Birdsong tunes. For Edwin Birdsong, the sky was limitless, as he never stopped creating, performing, recording, and sharing his legacy of love and music with his family and friends. Okay, that's not true. He stopped sharing his legacy of love with singing Robin and I when he walked out on us and did not give me child support payments. And he was a Disneyland dad. He would come by when he had something to blow their minds, like going with him just when Stevie Wonder was hosting Saturday Night Live. He took them every night. So backstage they were with Aisha and Keita, Steve's children, and things like that. He would, come by and blow their minds. And meanwhile, their other father, Michael John Spear, and I were working jobs, trying to, take care of them as best we could. We got them in private schools, Friends Seminary. Also, Robin went to Grace Church School, and which was a prestigious Episcopalian school in downtown Manhattan. And they went to PS 41, which was an upscale public school. So they're well educated. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's good enough. It's my red songbird. Robin's in the city. I'm so thrilled. And so she's coming over tomorrow, so I gotta get some sleep, because I don't want to be tired with her. I want to be alert. Okay, that's Robin. On her way to Beijing, China, as a member of the Children as Teachers of Peace organization, and to Nicaragua, where she asked Daniel Ortega, was that his name? The boss of Nicaragua? I think that was his name. She asked him a question, and it was on the radio. She's only 9 years old, and she's asking a dictator a question. What guts she has. So proud of her. Proud of Melanie, too. We did Sesame Street together. And she was the bowling star on Sesame Street, and we did a bit with the sock thief in the laundromat who was stealing socks. It was so fun. I remember the caterer was not a nice person. We took a lot of rice because that's all we could eat. It was all meat and rice, and we were vegetarian. So she made us put back some of the rice. It was so, I couldn't believe it, but that was all. But other than that, working with Bluebird, who is the biggest yellow bird, big bird, but he's only blue. That was a thrilling thing for us. And then one of Melanie's jealous lovers threw out her tape. So I hope one day she can have a copy of that. I know she'd love to show her children. Okay, my red songbird in New York City. Have a great one, whether it's day or night. There's nothing in between. Okay, see ya.